if you've been following me for the last couple of weeks, you know that I've dived a little bit into the house of eccentric molecules. And today, it's no different. We have got Escentric 05 to do first impressions on. It did turn up about an hour and a half ago. I was sitting at the table with my mother, having a cup of tea, having a chinwag, and I thought, do you know what, I'm just going to crack it and spray it. I was interested to see what it smelled like, so was my mother, to be honest. She was like, oh, what have you got there? So I opened it up, sprayed it. So this is glorified first impressions. Stay tuned if you want to hear about this fragrance. What is good, YouTube? Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Mikey Cologne, and if you're tuned in, as always, thank you very much for doing so. I know I always say that, and the reason why I do is because I mean it. It means a hell of a lot. I appreciate all my subscribers, and I appreciate everybody that watches my content. I know everybody has busy lives, so if you're taking the time out of your day to watch me, I appreciate you. That is right, today we are taking a dive into Escentric Molecules Escentric 05. Before we get going, let me just explain the molecule situation quickly. Molecule 01 is Isoe Super, Molecule 02 is Ambroxan, Molecule 03 is Vetiviral Acetate, Molecule 04 is Javanol, and Molecule 05 is Cashmeran. The Escentrics 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 have the same note as the molecules 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but they surround that note with other accords and notes. And I haven't looked up the notes for this fragrance. I was having a cup of tea at the table with my mother. It turned up, I unboxed it, sprayed it, and I thought, why the hell not? So this is glorified first impressions. This was about an hour and a half ago. I haven't really been I just wanted to see what it smelled like, and it does smell good. But I'm going to show you the presentation, and then we're going to go to the fragrance. So there is the box. They're just simple boxes. The bottles are simplistic. They don't come with caps. So if you do purchase one and you think to yourself, my cap's missing, they do not come with caps. It's just how they do things. There is your bottle. This is 100 ml and it is at the toilette concentration. Let's spray it. Right, what I found out about with these Escentrics, or the Escentric molecules, they're completely different to what you spray on test strip to skin. And I know if you spray on test strip, that's what everybody's going to get, but they tend to lay flat on test strip, and they do jump off a skin, but we're going to go for it. So we're going to do one on test strip, and we're going to go one on hand. Not bad atomizers, they get the job done. They're like thin distribution or squirt, but they go far. It is a very pleasing fragrance. Right, let's go test strip first. Right, straight away, it's citrusy. I'm getting orange. It's spicy. It's very fresh, but it's coming across a little bit herbal and green. And there is a little bit of sweetness thrown into the fragrance. And I know citrus can come across sweet, but there is something else at the minute laying in the back that is adding a little bit of sweetness, plus the citrus sweetness, if that makes sense. It is a little bit woodsy. Right, again, on test strip, it is flat. I can pick up the orange a little bit on test strip. The woods are not so present. Plus, on my skin, this does have a little bit of a musky edge to it, whereas on test strip, I'm not getting no musk. That is why, for the Escentrics and the molecule fragrances, I think to try and explain the fragrance, you don't hardly, or my nose don't hardly pick up a lot on the test strip, whereas on skin it seems to jump. With them two sprays, it has filled the air a little bit. But what I've found is, at the minute, with the Escentrics and the molecules, these fragrances tend to work better when it's a warmer day, when your skin's heated up a little bit. That is when they tend to push out. When it's a colder day, they sort of not lay flat, but they're not quite so full-bodied. But overall, this is a great smelling, fresh, citrusy, aromatic fragrance. To me, this does sort of, it's unisex, leaning a little bit masculine. I'm going to stop rambling. Let's look up the notes. Well, let's see what this puppy has in it. Right, top notes. You've got juniper, bergamot, rosemary, laurel, orange, fig leaf, basil and fig. In the mid, we've got cypress, hedione, iris, freesia and jasmine. And in the base, you've got isoe super, cashmeran, ambroxan, musk, mastic and labdanum. So there is quite a lot of notes in this fragrance. It is definitely aromatic. I would say the main player when this first opens up is that orange. You do get the bergamot, but that's sort of sitting way in the back, and you definitely get the orange. It's definitely herbal and green from them notes. And this is my own personal opinion. Me looking at them notes, I would think that this would be a little bit of a masculine fragrance. But with the florals in it and that sort of citrus fruity sweetness, it sort of levels everything out to where I said, I think it's unisex, leaning a tad masculine, but this can be pulled off by both sexes. Overall, woodsy, aromatic, citrusy, very fresh. And if you appreciate a note of orange in your fragrances, you will like this. To me, at the minute, this is an all year round fragrance. Like, this will be great on a hotter day when your body's heated up and your skin is sort of, it's radiating a little bit. But I think it can act like a pick-me-up on the cooler days when it's a little bit miserable outside and you want to wear something fresh. I think this would be a great fragrance to pull for. Right, people, that is my impressions on Escentric 05. Let me know which ones you've tried out of this line. Which one is your favourite molecule or Escentric? So there's 10 fragrance, plus they've got, I believe, Molecule 1 plus patchouli, plus mandarin, plus iris. And now they've got the newer ones that are out, which I think are ginger, tea, and something else. But anyway, but at the minute, they've all been great smelling fragrances. They really have. Schoolboy error. Battery just died. So, where was I? Right. That was my first impressions on Escentric Molecules, Escentric 05. Drop a comment down below. I would love to hear your thoughts. And remember, smelling good's always a pleasure and never a chore. And I will definitely see you lot on the next one. Thank you for the support.